wanted to give you an update on the condition of the wash. You can see the rains, the second batch of rains we got the other day, totally filled it in. Made it all nice and smooth. Even covered up Ruger's new laying spot, so oh well. But this is what washes do. All that sand that had been built up over the last year just finally got washed downstream. So and look at that, here comes my Ruger. Here comes my Ruger. Puppy. Hey puppy, what you doing? What you doing? Looking for some good grass to eat? Not quite, huh? He loves it when it rains around here because the grass that he loves to eat, that's when it grows. And it's weird because it only takes about a minute and he's already hacking. That's a good puppy. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm going to show you this. Now normally, I literally sit on this side of the RV, but I had my chair there, right here in this corner, and I noticed some wasps hanging around. So I crawled under here. Let's see. Nice shot. I don't know if you can see it or not, because that viewfinder is too far away, but there was a wasp nest growing there. And then I looked. I can't go. See, way back in the corner, out where the propane tank is above it, another wasp nest. So, those guys are gone. I saturated the nest pretty good, so. As they come back to build it, they'll all die. I wanted to show you my new sign. I was watching G-Bear's Off-Grid Homestead in the Desert channel about his trespassers. And in the comment section, somebody wrote this: "You are no longer a trespasser, you are now a target." And I thought, well crap, that'd make a good sign. So I looked online. Somebody's already making them and selling them. It's a really thick one. It's not the cheap aluminum like the no trespassing signs or beware a dog signs. This one's a thick, I don't know what it's made out of. Aluminum, I'm sure, but expecting a beautiful day today. High of about 100. And about 100 for the rest of the week. Over in Cochise County, they're definitely going to be getting rain today. May get some here, may not. I have no idea. Good morning, everyone. Desert Horizons, AZ Off-Grid Unplugged, RV ranch, homesteading, permit, whatever. Just wanted to show you how everything has been greening up here since the rain we got last week. Oops. My Ruger's looking for something. But all these ocotillos greened up very nicely. They were down to just the stalks. Even the little ones. That means that one's probably going to survive. Last night I was watching real time, if you want to call it that, of the Apollo 11 moonwalk. And about 20 minutes before Neil walked down the ladder, Ruger started barking. So I came outside to check and see what was going on. There's an ocotillo that yesterday was just as green as could be. Let's see, I'll zoom in on. Now today it's already losing a bunch of its leaves. Anyway, I was sitting here thinking about what happened 50 years ago last night. My mom was working, of course. I was only like 11 years old. And we had to leave work. She had to leave work early. I was with her. And basically raced back to our house, which is like 30 miles away, because they had announced that they were going to do their moonwalk earlier than what they had been anticipating. So I was inside watching it. And when we got home 50 years ago, it was right before Neil stepped off the porch to walk down the ladder. Well, like I said, last night I was sitting there watching it, and Ruger started barking. Not a real shrill bark, but just a little bark to let me know something was out here. So, of course, I got my flashlight, and I came out here, and there's my front door, and right there was about a 3-foot long rattlesnake. It wasn't all stretched out, but it wasn't all curled up. And Ruger was standing over there. So, of course, I had to dispatch him. And by the time I got back in, Neil was on the porch. Of course, I could rewind it and watch it again, but I just thought it was I don't know, ironic is not the right word, but thought it was kind of cute that I missed the same part I missed the last 50 years ago. So, and as you can see, a lot of the prickly pear are putting out the pear part. I don't know which part they call the prickly pear. I know which part they call the prickly, but I don't know if it's the red stuff or the green stuff they call the pear. But it's redding up very nicely, and that's where the flavorful juices come from. If you want to take one of those off and peel the skin off of it, they're edible, and they supposedly taste pretty good. I wouldn't have a clue. Never tried the raw pear part. I've always just eaten the syrup that I used to make in my cheesecakes back when I was running the bakery. So, just a beautiful morning here. Yeah, any rattlesnake that gets that close to my home, they don't survive. Of course, I came out here in just flip-flops and shorts when I saw it, but I never step outside the door at night without shining a flashlight down on the steps to make sure there's nothing there. But when I opened up the door, like I said, I looked over there. It was only about 6 to 8 feet away from the door that the snake was just looked like it was trying to go underneath that little bit of fencing right there. So, oh well. And there is my Ruger. Ow. So do you remember what you were doing 50 years ago last night? I remembered exactly. It started at 10:32, so it would have been about 8:30 Minneapolis time when the walk started. So, and so it was about 8:30 here last night too when Ruger started a little not real loud barking. But he normally does that kind of noise only when there's cows around. So I was kind of surprised to come out and see it was snake. I just had about 10 birds or so over there. A couple of them were up on top of my saguaro, eating birds out of the little flowers. So I have solar lights in there so it attracts the bugs, and a couple of them know that that's where the bugs are going to be. The rest of them are up in the trees, and of course they're all kind of waiting for me to go away so they can come over here and get some water out of Ruger's dish. I got woke up this morning by a cow, almost right outside my window, just bellowing as loud as it could. Jeez. I was sleeping good too. Nice wind last night made it real nice to fall asleep. Rattlesnakes are really only a problem if you bother them, if you get too close to them. And this one, even though I got within 3 feet or so of it, didn't care that I was there because it wasn't looking for me. It was looking for dinner or breakfast, whatever the case may be. It was just looking for food. So it knew that it couldn't eat me, but I just didn't want that snake's that close to my domicile. And you never know if it's a pregnant one looking for a place to dump out a bunch of his babies. So those are the ones that gotta go away. So now it's sitting in my burn pit, waiting for a day with absolutely no wind so I can start a fire. I was going to start one about 20 minutes ago, but I don't know if you can tell, there's a little breeze. So, no fire today. Would have been a nice morning for a campfire. And my trusty dog.